Hey guys, it's Ashley, and I'm back with another video. The last couple weeks, I've really been thinking about this topic, and it has to do with copycat energy. Copycat energy is basically when somebody is trying to take on somebody else's energy, when somebody's trying to take on somebody else's personality. And I have actually witnessed this with multiple people. One thing I can say is that a lot of times these people are narcissistic. They're narcissists. And sometimes they're not. But what I'm about to explain really covers whether they're narcissistic or not. When somebody is trying to copy you, that means they are literally trying to wear your energy. It means that they are trying to take everything that makes you who you are and make it theirs. Basically trying to steal the spirit that you carry. As chosen beings, I think even as children, we pick up on stuff like that. We pick up on people that are energetically strange, and people that are just, that seem to be trying to siphon our energy or take our energy. One thing about these types of people, you have to realize that this is not just somebody trying to copy you out of admiration. I've never agreed with the saying that imitation is a form of flattery. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Imitation to me is, like I said previously, somebody trying to take on your energy imprint. A lot of these types of people, like I said, whether they're narcissists or not, they do not have an identity. They don't have a core self. And when you do not carry your own ideas, your own mind, when you do not carry your own personality, when you don't know what you like, when you have to change your personality depending on who's around or what group you're around, that is an indication that you do not have an identity. And a lot of these types of people, when they are copying somebody, you have to realize that they believe that if they study you long enough and figure out your thought process, if they start to act like you in certain ways, if they try to take on a lot of your personality traits, a lot of these people think that if they do that, if they basically wear your skin, that they will somehow become who you are. And the reason why they want to become who you are is because not only do they not have an identity, but they see a lot of favor in your life. They see a lot of times where, people are genuinely gravitating towards your energy. They realize how smoothly you walk through life. And this is not about, I'm not saying that we don't have issues or problems, but a lot of chosen beings, because we do have spirit as a support system and as an energy source, they don't see that. They just see the outside. They see that you have a light that shines really, really bright. They could see that you're a very good-hearted person. They could see that you're giving. They could see that you are very loving. They could recognize that you don't have to pretend to be anything, that you're naturally who you are. And they're like, well, if I act like that, if I act happy, if I act like I'm giving, if I act like I'm loving to people, if I act like I'm spiritual, if I can act like this or that, if I take on their attributes, then my life will be the same. Then I'll feel the way they feel. No, that's not how that works. You cannot switch energies with people. And you're not the only person that they do this to. This is a person who everyone they come in contact with, they try to steal their energy. Everybody they come in contact with, they try to steal certain traits from those people. If that person is a writer, the next thing you know, that person is trying to come out with a book. If another person they run into is a makeup artist, next thing you know, they're going to be trying to be a makeup artist. And like I mentioned before, if they run into somebody and that person is spiritual, or they go to church, or they believe in God, they're going to start pretending that that's what they're doing, because they think that if they take on these traits of other people, that somehow whatever they're running from, whatever wounds that they don't have healed, will be healed by taking on other people's energy. Because y'all also have to understand that people like this are running from themselves. There's a lot of self-hatred behind copycat people, behind people trying to be other people. They have no spiritual connection to themselves or to the Most High. And so what they don't understand is that a lot of the things that make you who you are is because you have a connection to spirit. That's where you get your gifts. That's where you get your favor. That is how you walk through this life, not completely unscathed, but still coming out victorious. That is why you are who you are. But because they don't have a connection to spirit, and they don't have a connection to anything that isn't surface level, they don't understand that nothing they do will ever make it so that your energy becomes theirs. You are everything that they are not. You are everything that they will never be. And they know that. You know, you can't fool spirit, and you can't fool the universe into swapping energies with someone. You will notice that even when they try to take on other people's personalities, it doesn't last very long. A lot of times the mask drops, and eventually the act of them trying to be someone else or act like someone else, eventually it just takes a back seat, because it's not theirs. If something is not yours, it's not going to stick. It's going to fall away. It's going to fail. You also have to realize that a lot of these people are trying to harness your energy, because they're trying to steal whatever purpose you have as well. And this is not just any purpose. You have a divine mission, a divine purpose. And a lot of these people want to siphon your energy in order to be able to walk your path, your destined path. And it will be struck down every time, and they will be looking like the fool. So if you have somebody that is that does these things, maybe you had a friend, or that you thought was a friend, and you went and got a car and they wound up getting the same car, or you know, maybe you went to go get your hair done and all of a sudden they had their hair done the same way. These are real things. And I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't see it happen. I've seen it happen with my own eyes to other people. I've seen it happen in my own life. So this is not something that I'm just talking about. It's real. But if you've had experiences with people that have copycat energy, let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear some stories about it. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be starting a narcissistic mother series. And I'll be talking about narcissism in general, but I'll also be talking about narcissistic mothers as well. And, you know, obviously I have a narcissistic mother, so I do know some things about that. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for that. And I hope this message resonated with you. I hope you were able to receive it, whether it happened to you previously or whether it's happening to you now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.